The price of beef continues to rise, being pushed by a tight supply of cattle. Drought and the price of cattle have historically attributed to the decline, but tariffs and the screwworm could further reduce supply and raise prices. The parasitic fly that threatens the cattle industry is now less than 100 miles away from the Texas-Mexico border.
And the Mexican government confirmed over the weekend a case was found in the Mexican state of Nuevo León. And our Dylan McKim shows us now how this is impacting your wallet as you shop for meat.
The prices for meat are on the rise. In August, ground beef was almost a full dollar more per pound from the start of this year. That rise is blamed on a low supply of cattle in the country, made even worse by a drought. Adding to the problem is the prevalence of the New World screwworm, a parasite that burrows into the flesh of warm-blooded animals, including humans. It's now only 70 miles from the Texas-Mexico border after a confirmed case this weekend. The parasite could wreak havoc on the state's cattle industry if it makes its way across the border, not only impacting jobs, but the nation's food supply. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is already investing hundreds of millions of dollars to create a new sterile fly production facility in South Texas that could stop the spread of the parasite. There is no current timeline for when it will be operational. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said, quote, "American ranchers and families should know that we will not rely on Mexico to defend our industry, our food supply, or our way of life." Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller said his state agency has a plan to eradicate the parasite, but said he can't get support from the USDA.
They are still hell-bent on a 70-year-old technology of sterile flies only. There is a fly bait that kills 90% of these flies. All I'm asking is just put out the fly bait and stop this nonsense.
He believes a combination of this particular bait with the sterile fly approach will kill the parasite in 90 days. He says with a pest like this, quick action is important. In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
And the same parasite impacted the Texas cattle industry back in the 1950s. It took years and billions of dollars to eradicate the pest in the U.S. in 1966.
The U.S. cattle herd has been steadily shrinking for decades. According to the Department of Agriculture, as of January 1st, the U.S. had over 86 million. That's the lowest number of cattle since 1951. So when it comes to importing beef, Australia is the largest supplier, accounting for 24% of total imports in 2022. Canada comes in at 22%, followed by Brazil at 14%, and Mexico makes up the fourth spot with 13%. But the imports from Brazil could change soon. In 2020, the U.S. lifted a ban on fresh beef imports from that country, which caused a growth in beef imports. But then President Trump imposed a 50% tariff on the country, something industry leaders in Brazil say would stall the incoming beef supply.